Hi guys, Olexandr here, and today I'm gonna show you another cool library, and this one is from UJAM. It's a great company making really easy to use and effective plugins and instruments. And this one is Symphonic Elements DRUMS, and also called the Primal Force. And this one is just drums and percussion from Hans Zimmer's Forge, which basically gives you sounds that Hans will use in his productions, which is really amazing. As you can read here, its drums puts Hans Zimmer's personal collection of percussive samples and phrases at your fingertips. Tried and tested in Hollywood, this rhythmic companion to Strings, which is another great library by the way, makes cinematic drums accessible for anyone. Invoke the natural forces of rhythm with drums. That's what we're gonna do here just in a minute. So if you go to their website, you can see all the descriptions. So it's 53 playing styles, 300 sound designer presets recorded at Hans Studio, and this is a great looking studio by the way. Yeah, you're gonna see some walkthrough videos, some demos if you are into that, and the price is really great too. You can see here, yeah, the price now just $119, and this is amazing. So now we're gonna go to the Studio One, and I just have opened this, and we're gonna go through some presets, but I will show you how this plugin is built so you get an understanding on why it's easy to use. And you know I'm all about the simple and easy to use plugins. I just love it. So what we have here, we have this interface. It's great looking and it's basically split into low drums and high drums. It has this finisher, highlighter, and ambience, just a few effects to kind of fine-tune your sound, and then you have this phrases here. So UJAM makes instruments really where you kind of press and hold the note and it does all the magic for you. So it's really great for people who are not too much into music theory and all of that stuff. You just press a note and you can record and just go from there. And it's split into hits, medals, intros, fills, endings, and the most important is the common phrases, style phrases, and a button to stop the loop playing, because it's basically like a loop based plugin. So the low drums, what it says, it's the lower sound of the patch, and the high drums is the higher part of the patch you'll choose. And the finisher is just, you'll see what it does in a minute. And yeah, basically have the timing. You can get it to 2x speed, 1x speed, and half-time speed, which is really useful. And I tried it and it just works flawlessly. You have some EQs here, like individual EQs on low drums, high drums, and also have the crossfade here to manipulate the sound even further. And the shape, which is really a cool thing here, the shape, it just allows your signal to be more attacked or more sustained, and I'll show it to you in a minute as well how it works. So here's the preset browser. You have the introduction patches just to get a glimpse on how it sounds overall, and then you have lots of different styles, and I'm surely not gonna go through all of them, but I will go through some patches that I like and I would probably use the most, which are cinematic and this colossal, and some other patches to use in the epic music. And it also has not like only the kind of Hans Zimmer orchestral cinematic patches. It also has lots of glitch and DJ kind of electronic stuff, which is really cool. And you can even make some electronic stuff out of the cinematic orchestral stuff by turning some knobs here, which is really amazing. Okay guys, so enough of that, let's go and see some patches in action. And let's go to the cinematic and choose this first preset here. So I'm gonna put the sledge button on so it kind of loops, and then I will tweak some settings and show you how it's done here. So let's play, for example, the style phrases and just see how they sound. So a really nice slow build up. And as you go higher, you get more intense sound. Which you of course can manipulate with your wheel and your controller. It's getting really intense here. Okay, we can just press stop at any time. So why it's useful to have the stop button is because it's loop based. You can just, for example, play one of these phrases and you can stop it at any time you want. See what I did here? So you're not kind of tied to the loop itself, so you can stop it at any time, which is useful because if they won't have this button here, it will be kind of hard to work with the loop-based environment. So that's very, very useful, this one little button here. So what do we have here? Let's just play it again. For example, this one. And let's see what all these things do here. For example, let's turn off the high drums. So we have the low drums to work with. And so the character effects basically is the main effect you put on your sound. And in our case, the saturation is on. And you can hear it. Hold on for a minute. And you can choose any kind of effect you want, like a megaphone, for example. Or maybe some lo-fi. Maybe some pen. A bit crusher. So many effects here. Sub-octave. Oh, that really gives it a nice oomph in the low end. The transient, shaper. Okay, so you got the idea. So the next one is the motion effects, and you can choose anything to manipulate the rhythmic part of the sound. For example, if you choose one of the gates, for example, the 8-note gate, you'll just hear this. Which is really cool for the trailer music and really hybrid orchestral stuff. Really, really cool. And maybe some delay. Works really nice. Maybe some slicer. So it can be useful in so many situations, guys. You just have to be creative and use it. So let's now let's check the focus, EQ, and shape first. So, for example, let's turn this off. Let's turn this off. So the focus EQ basically, from my understanding, it just focuses on some part of the EQ spectrum. Like basically it adds more highs or lows. Oops. Damn. Yeah, so it's just making the sound more bright or not. Which is really cool to have, because this is the low drums, but you can make them sound like a high drums as well. Oh, this is really nice. And this one, the shape, which is my favorite, because sometimes when you have this kind of loop, you want it to be more tight, and this is the control to make it more tight. And you do it just by dragging this slider to the left, and just hear what it does here. So it removes all the unnecessary long transients, so you can get really this very tight sound. And sometimes you don't want that that sustain, and for example the low frequency sustains, and you just want it to make it really tight, and this thing helps you a lot with that. Oops. But anyway, it sounds good. Just depends on what kind of music and style you're making and what the track needs at the moment. So let's now turn on the high drums here and see how it works here. So it basically gives you the higher percussive sounds to add to your low drums, so works like a layering and all in one box. So you don't have to have many tracks like the low drums and high drums. You can just have this one instance of drums and have both the low and the high drums in one box, which is really, really cool. So yeah, basically all the same stuff here. And if you turn them together, it just works beautifully. And you can also crossfade between them, which is really, really nice. It's so easy to use. The interface gotta be one of my favorite interfaces. It's just so simple and so beautiful and well designed. And let's now check these two, because they are kind of important. So the highlighter, let's hear what it does. It works like a filter basically, which is really cool, and you can automate this. Which is really, really nice. The ambience is basically what it says. You can choose the halls and the churches and all the good stuff here, and just add some liveness to your sound. Yeah, but you already know that. And the finisher, it's really interesting thing. So you can choose the preset for the finisher, and it will just do different things, all kind of different things. For example, now it's just some master, just more preset, and just let's hear what it does. So it really makes everything pop and just adds a lot more like grit and power to it. Let's just try some different preset. Oh, this one is really smashing with the compressor, and so you basically have the compression and all the creative effects all in one box here. You just can go through presets and easily pick the one you like. And it's just like instantly 10 times cooler and 10 times more powerful. Without, with. So cool. This must be some delay. Oh yeah, some move. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I told you. It has some wild stuff, some wild electronic processing here too. Fast notes cleaner. Yeah, that's cool. That's very useful. Oh man. This must work so well for the hybrid epic orchestral music. Ghost Note Army. So it adds some delays to the already great patch and making it sound so much wider and bigger and more busy. Yeah, I'll use it in my next track for sure. This is so freaking cool. Okay guys, so this is the tweaks we got for this library, and now let's go through some presets. And the reason I'm showing you more of what this does is to for you guys to understand how easy it is to manipulate the sound, because the presets are cool and you can watch the preset overviews on YouTube and on their website obviously, but this is really cool and I want to show you how useful it is and how it you can apply it in real world scenarios. So this is really amazing. Now let's pick some other preset and hear what it does. In your face. Okay, now let's go through the common phrases, hits, medals, intros, fills, and endings, and see how easy it is to create the arrangement basically. So you can start with some common phrases here at the C2. Let's make tempo a little bit faster. Okay, next one. So it gives you basically a few common rhythms to use in epic music, like the triplets and all that kind of the stuff they have here in the tremolo gates, all the stuff that is used in the hybrid music. Oh yeah. So the hits here, you basically have two hits, like one here. And you can basically create a part with just one note, which is really cool. It has different dynamic velocity layers and just helps you to create something very easily. And the other one here is like a snare. Very cool. The medals basically consist of a few cymbals and kind of hybrid cymbals. I don't know, let's hear. And the medal set is different on each individual patch. It has some varieties. Okay, so the intros here. Intros are basically to create some intros. To get you interested. And you can play manually just about what this is playing. Okay, let's check another one. Yeah, let's check the fills here. I'm playing over it. So cool to jam. The next one. Okay, and let's check the endings here. That's it. Yeah, so basically something to use as an ending. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay, let's see some another patch here. Yeah, this sound is so cool. And the speed here, we haven't covered that yet. So you can choose the half, the 2x and 1x. Right now it's on 1x. Let's see what it does in 2x. And the cool part is that audio is not degrading when you're changing the speed. So it's the same high quality as it is on 1x, on 2x, or even at half speed. Let's hear. You hear? It's just the same great quality, which is fantastic. Now this one. Also have the swing here. Which basically adds swing. Oh yeah. I can easily create a track with that. It's just like doing our job by itself. And you can layer them too. What I said here is that you have everything inside. I mean, you can layer them as well and have even more powerful sound. You can have different instances with different kind of styles and different tones of instrument to create even bigger sound. And probably you even should do that, because this is how it was meant to be. And okay, let's see some battle styles here. Oh yeah, I like this cymbal. I guess the new epic orchestral album is coming, guys. And this is so freaking cool. Okay, next one, the Carol of Drums. Let's pump it up. Oh, so cool. Nice fills. Cool. So the common phrases also can be used as fills, and I'll try to explain what I mean here. So the style phrases are for the main longer phrases you play in your arrangement, and the common phrases are kind of for fills. They're not just for fills, but you can use them that way as I see it. For example, if you play here, this one you can use as the transition, like they do in the trailer music, where you have the main phrase and then you have like tun 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 tun, and the big explosion or something to prepare it for a transition. So if you're playing here, something like this. So you got the idea. Yeah, so cool. The Thunder Dance. Man, so many great different patches here. I'm not gonna go through all of them for sure. Let's just check the suspense, and that's gonna be it. Oh man. Also, this thing here, the style, you can change the style on being on the same preset. Which is really cool. Build tension. Oh yeah. Nice for some suspenseful, epic music. I like the low end rumble there. So cool. It's very subtle but very effective to use that kind of sounds. Also, the Hans Zimmer said that the quiet sounds are what grabs our attention, not the loud in-your-face sound. Because when you hear the quiet sounds, you should really like pay attention, and paying attention is the goal here. So he's really smart about that. He likes to use this quiet sounds, so you really need to sit and like very carefully listen to what's going on. So in that way it really grabs attention more than in-your-face sounds, because loud in-your-face sounds, like, it kind of gets boring after a certain period of time. But the quiet sounds are really like very suspenseful and interesting to listen to. So it's great that this library has this really suspenseful and quieter but really effective patches. Yeah, it sounds so good. I'm using the stop here to manipulate the loop and to make it the length I want. Marching Danger. So cool. Really makes a great kind of war documentary style music or something like that, like World War II or something like that. Man, so cool. Okay, the last one. The Triplets. Oh yeah. Okay guys, so that's it. That was my overview of the UJAM Symphonic Elements by UJAM, basically. That's what I said. It's really great library. It's so easy to use. I definitely recommend you go to their website and check it out. I guess they have it on sale right now, and yeah, so it's 30% intro sale, and also some kind of loyalty sale if you're a current user until July 4th. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have some libraries you want me to overview, or just let me know whatever you want me to show on this channel, and put some comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video, guys. Peace.